What's up, everybody? It's your boy P from Loud Pack Boxing. I hope everybody doing all right today. It's not a whole lot going on um, in the boxing world today. Just the same stuff that was going on yesterday and the day before. People going back and forth on social media or whatever. But it's nothing really, no big news going on in my opinion. So I'm gonna just take this time to hop into another topic that's always good for discussion. You know what I mean? Because people, it's no right answer for it. It depends on how you see things. I mean, pretty much like boxing, it's very subjective. You know, people's eyes see different things. You know what I mean? The only thing that's decisive is a knockout. You know what I'm saying? For the most part. But boxing is a very subjective sport. That's why I don't really get into debates with people, because you saw what you saw, I saw what I saw, I like what I like, you like what you like. It's like life. People waste time debating with people about stuff that don't really matter. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I want to hop into the GOAT of boxing. You know what I'm saying? Who does that title really belong to, or who can live up to that to that title? You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily anybody can claim it, but who really lives up to the title of being the GOAT in boxing? You know, the greatest of all time. You know, just off the top, the three that really jump in my mind are Sugar Ray Robinson, Muhammad Ali, and Floyd Mayweather. All three of those guys were really great boxers. They all impacted the sport in a different way, and any three of those guys could wear that crown, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? All of them have grounds to kind of back that up. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna start off with Sugar Ray Robinson. You know, hell of a fighter. He's one of my favorite fighters. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, all three of these guys are like my favorite fighters. But Sugar Ray Robinson, you know, great fighter. Had 200 fights, 173 wins, you know what I'm saying, 109 KOs. He was a hell of a fighter. But, you know, Sugar Ray Robinson was the entertainer. You know, he was the guy who, he could do it all. He could sing, he could dance, he could act. You know what I'm saying? He was a businessman, an entrepreneur, had several businesses. For the time period that he came from, that wasn't really the norm for a black man, but Sugar Ray Robinson was savvy enough to make those things happen. You know what I mean? On top of just being really talented. You know, now he was a great fighter. He wasn't the best singer, he wasn't the best dancer, he wasn't the best actor, but you know what I'm saying, he did have some skills in all three of those fields, and he definitely went out and did that. And that was very inspiring and motivating to the black people during that time, to see a black man being able to do those things and showing people that we're multifaceted. You know, we're not just a fighter. We can do a lot of things. And Sugar Ray Robinson brought a lot of that to the table, not just being a fighter, you know, being able to do other things outside the ring. So, you know, I understand if people say Sugar Ray Robinson, you know, is the greatest of all time. He's definitely right up there. You know what I'm saying? But next up, I got Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali was the activist. He fought for our people. He fought for what was right. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, being like one of the greatest heavyweight champions ever, hands down. I mean, he brought the talk game to the table, the rope a dope. You know what I'm saying? The footwork, the charisma, the charm. He had it all. Muhammad Ali had it all. Definitely could see people, you know, having him for the greatest of all time. You know what I'm saying? Muhammad Ali, he transcended the sport probably further than any other boxer. You know what I mean? Because of his religious beliefs, his political ties. I mean, the era that he was in. You know what I mean? So Muhammad Ali definitely is one of the greatest of all time. And third, which is probably the most controversial, but you know, in my opinion, you gotta put him in there. And in my opinion, I think he kind of gets it, and that will be Floyd Mayweather Jr. You know, Floyd Mayweather. You know, you had Sugar Ray Robinson, who was he was the entrepreneur, he was the entertainer. You know what I mean? You had Muhammad Ali, who was the activist. You know what I'm saying? And you had Floyd Mayweather, the businessman. You know, Floyd Mayweather. You know, and everything is relevant to the era of boxing that you're in, too, I think. You know what I'm saying? Different information is available during different times, and Floyd Mayweather came up in the era where a lot of information was available, and he was able to navigate his career in a very financially successful way. You know, and like I just said, I think Floyd Mayweather, in my opinion, really wears that crown, the heaviest, the greatest of all time, because I mean, at the end of the day, the goal is to like retire early, healthy and happy, you know what I'm saying, or at least healthy. And Floyd Mayweather was able to put himself in a position to do that. You know, he realized early that I can go out here and knock guys out and break my hand and do a lot of damage to my body, or I can just figure out a way, a style that enables me to always win. And that's what he did. He realized that I am the business, not the promoter, not boxing. I'm the business. I make money. They make money off of me, off my body. And he realized that and transitioned from Pretty Boy Floyd to Money Mayweather and started getting most of the money. Definitely when he fought, you know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, think about it. That's what's most important. You know what I'm saying? If you out there putting your life and health and stressing your family out, you know what I'm saying, to entertain other people, and you're not getting most of the money, something not right with that. And Floyd Mayweather kind of bust that door open, and now the young generation, you know, they get to see the game from a different perspective. You know what I'm saying? They thinking smart. You know what I'm saying? They thinking longevity, but early retirement. I mean, these guys talking about boxing 4 or 5 years. You know, AJ talking about retirement. Ryan Garcia talking about retiring by 26. But I commend them for that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, boxing is not a career that you want to be stuck in or hanging around too long in. It's a very, very dangerous sport. So, you know, if you're gifted enough to be an exemplary boxer and smart enough and savvy and have enough charisma to market yourself in a way where you can make a lot of money in 4 or 5 years, then why not? I can't knock that, you know. But Floyd Mayweather is the reason all that's come to fruition, in my opinion. He showed guys, you know, how to demand that money. You know what I'm saying? And that's a game changer. You know, these guys are there getting big checks, way bigger than guys back in the day were getting. I mean, unless you were like, you know, Sugar Ray Leonard, the bigger guys. You know what I'm saying? But now you don't have to be big to be getting $1 million check, and that's a beautiful thing. You know what I mean? But that's due a lot to Floyd Mayweather and Al Heyman. You know what I mean? Getting fighters their worth. So that's why I say. So when I look at Floyd, his career undefeated. You know, in my opinion, people say he cherry picked and dodged and all this stuff, but his resume, everybody's on his resume from a few different eras. He didn't have to continue fighting for money. You know what I mean? From what we see, some people say he is fighting for money. You know what I mean? But from what we can see, he's not fighting for money. He's retired and doing exhibition fights, making checks like he was when he was really fighting. You know what I mean? So, and the most important thing for right now, he's healthy. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Muhammad Ali, the world wound up, at first they hated him. And then by the time they loved him, he was too sick to realize they loved him. You know what I'm saying? I mean, so, you know, yeah, Ali is very, what they say, the most popular man on the planet. You know what I'm saying? But the world, they didn't love him at first. You know what I'm saying? So Floyd Mayweather, young, black, and rich. If you're a black man, I mean, how could you deny that? You know what I mean? Because that's the American dream, to be able to retire early, and that's what he was able to do. Put himself in a position to retire early. His kids ain't got to worry. His grandkids ain't got to worry. You know, he's set up financially. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to like the greatest of all time talk, and you know, Floyd Mayweather is thrown up in the mix. I mean, I can't deny that. You know, I mean, the man did make it from 3 eras of boxing undefeated. Regardless of how he did it. Just think, they would have loved to rob Floyd Mayweather. Why they never robbed him? Why they never robbed him like they did Manny Pacquiao? So many people. They robbed everybody. You know what I'm saying? So the man figured out something and was able to be in the game for 20 years undefeated and market himself in a way where he got most of the money and was able to retire early, healthy. So, you know, Sugar Ray Robinson, hell of a fighter, did great things for the sport, just like Ali. But, you know, Ali hung around too long, took a lot of punishment, kind of same with Sugar Ray Robinson. These guys, you know, near the tail end of their careers, put themselves in positions where they had to do things that they didn't want to do. You know, right now we see Floyd fighting. I mean, he's having fun. He's retired. He don't have to fight. You know what I mean? So, but that's just my opinion on that talk. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can hop in the comments and let me know who y'all think. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying these 3 guys are the only, you know what I'm saying, candidates. These are just the 3 guys that pop in my head, you know, right off the top. But y'all hop in the comments and let me know what y'all think. Let me know what y'all think about the Floyd Mayweather situation. You know what I mean? Is he qualified to be considered one of the greatest of all time? You know what I mean? I think he is, hands down. But y'all make sure y'all like the video, subscribe. You know what I mean? Hit the notification bell. Like I said, I appreciate all my new subscribers. My goal is 100 subs right now. I'm getting closer and closer. You know what I'm saying? I'm almost there. So I appreciate that. So y'all make sure y'all continue to like the video and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Help me grow my platform. My Cash App is in the description. I mean, in the link. Excuse me, in the description. And that's it, man. That's all I really got. You know what I mean? Wanted to hop in and do something. Not for, I mean, because I like doing it, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? It's fun to get up on here and talk. You feel me? Especially talk about boxing, talk about the stuff you like to talk about. So other than that, I'm normally quiet for the most part. So I like to get on here and get stuff off my chest. But anyway, y'all, it's your boy P. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day, and I'm out.